Ooh, it's spooky season in Outerplane. I'm Ga, and I cannot see anything in this, so... whew. How's it going, everybody? I'm Ga, we're back in Outerplane. We got a bunch of goodies, a bunch of stuff to talk about. A new waifu, probably my new favorite character. I love her, she's awesome, she's amazing. So let me pull up the update notes so I can kind of go along with this with you guys real quick. So we got Ame. This is Ame. This is her Battle Pass skin. I absolutely love it. She's gorgeous. So let's jump into her kit real quick before we talk about all of the other treats and goodies and things that we got. So Ame's kit. She's designed as a PvE character. She's kind of a boss killer, so to speak. So going over her skills, her skill 1 basically just attacks a single target, and then she gets different buffs based on how her skill 3 works out. So Ame Ichirin attacks an enemy, increases her priority. Sakura Chiru attacks an enemy, has a chance to grant her a attack bonus for 1 turn. And which one you're going to get depends on the enemy that she attacks with her skill 3. So that's super important. Let's go look at that real quick. So her skill 3 attacks an enemy, and then she gets an extra turn. If the enemy has less than 50% HP, she gets Ame Ichirin. If the target is greater than 50% HP, she gets Sakura Chiru. So you gotta use her skill 3 first, she gets an extra turn, and then based off of the enemy she hit, you can use her skill 1 and get an extra effect that way. So one thing to note here is that each of her 2 special buffs give her an additional attack. So what that means is she's going to attack with her skill 3 and then get an extra turn, and then she's going to attack with her skill 1 and get a little bonus attack at the end of her skill 1. Now her skill 2 is a passive effect that just increases her crit chance by 10% and increases the weakness gauge damage done by her skill 1. Very basic, but very good. Like her kit doesn't seem like much at first, but you know, just looking over this, she's good. Okay, we don't know the skill damage modifiers, so that's a little bit of a downer. But being able to essentially fire off 3 attacks effectively in 1 turn makes her really good burst damage. I can see her doing pretty well in PvP even, because she's a revive killer, right? You're up against a Mine, you hit her with skill 1, kill her, Mine revives, and then you hit her with, you hit her with skill 3 first, they revive, you hit her with skill 1, Mine's dealt with. You can also use this against Demi Aste, and kill Demi Aste that way if you have an out to a Mine. Her chain skill is more chain points. She's a finisher, she gets the whole team more chain points, very similar to Noah. In fact, I would argue that Ame is basically single target Noah. So Noah has her Noah beam when she crits on her skill 1, which does AoE damage. Ame is a single target attacker. So that kind of ties into her role in PvE as a boss killer. She's going to be attacking the boss and just getting all sorts of follow-ups, doing a bunch of weakness gauge damage. And if you go and look at her exclusive equipment, this really solidifies her role as a boss killer. It literally just straight up increases damage dealt to boss monsters by 50%, which is absolutely insane. She's going to wreck content like Glissies, like Tyrant Toddler, like the Maxwell Guild Raid boss. while also having some utility in PvP. Now, I haven't tested her out yet to see how effective she truly is, but based solely off of theory crafting, I can see her working out fairly nicely. So let me go ahead and scroll through some of the update notes. We also have Lapis on Raid Up. If you don't have her, this might be a chance for you to pick her up. And we have a new event dungeon. So the Night of the Living Soul Slayer, kind of interesting that they decided to name it this, and Rin is nowhere to be seen. So hopefully Rin makes an appearance. So right now we only have part 1, but there is going to be 3 parts. And if you look at some of these other parts of the story, you can see new costumes for characters. Leisha and Iris awkwardly ended up wearing the same costume to the Halloween party. They're a little embarrassed about it, but you know, that's what happens when you shop at Spirit and last day of Halloween, and they have a limited selection, so, you know. But Valentine and Eternal looking mighty fine in their new costumes. Absolutely love it. So these will come out in 1 week and 2 weeks, respectively. Looking at the event shop, we got some goodies in here. Of course, we have our free-to-play weapon. It doesn't seem great, but do with it what you will. We have skill books, obviously very nice, and Glue Knight, Potentium, yeah, good stuff in here. And for the rewards, just a bunch of gems and stuff to go buy stuff in the event shop. Pretty standard as far as events go for this game, but you know, free stuff is good stuff. Now moving on. Okay, we have a check-in event. There's going to be some special recruitment tickets, some refined Glue Knight in there. It looks like there's also going to be some what do they call this stuff? I can never remember what the stat change material is called. Transistones. Yeah, that stuff. We should be getting some of that. They have some paid packs, which are fairly standard, pretty nice. And then Guild Raid. We are getting a Guild Raid starting Thursday. So it is going to be Epsilon, which is the Earth boss. So you're going to want to gear up all your fire characters, make sure they are ready to go. Me, myself, I've already pretty much prepped everything that I'm going to be taking to the fight. But, you know, make sure you've got some good fire characters. If you guys want, I can do a little bit of a guide for Epsilon, because it is the easiest guild raid boss that we have so far, unless they updated and changed it and added some new gimmicks and mechanics. But, you know, if it's the same as last time, it was the easiest raid, probably the most fun because of the wide variety of characters that you can bring to the fight. Sorry, just gotta drink some coffee. You know, it's a little early, day off, just dropped the kids off at school, and now I'm here doing stuff with you guys. So we've got some other improvements to the game. So you can obtain the guild buff from the lobby. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but apparently you can. We have arena changes. I did notice some of that. So now the memorial matches will give you a notification if they're not yet complete, and you can tell how far you've gotten with them up here. I don't believe that this was here before, and you can also tell your offense and your defense wins right here. So a couple little changes here and there. They also changed the font. it doesn't really seem like a huge change to me, but I did notice it. It looks a little bit different, somewhat easier to read, so it is what it is. They also, one thing I like, they added a notification to tell you whether or not you have done your security tax in your guild for the day. So if you haven't, there would be a little red dot right up here, which is pretty cool for people that forget to do those or tend to forget to. We got some other stuff. They changed the way that matchmaking works in Gold and Platinum. I guess there's more NPCs running around there, which is whatever. I don't know. I haven't been in those ranks for a while. We got an update to the arena rank refresh, which is fine. I guess they improved the gear preset function, and all they really did with that was just give you a little notification that, you know, hey, this other character has the stuff that you're trying to equip already equipped, which is Let's see what else. Oh, a big one. Big one. They reduced the randomness of speed modifiers. So before, it was plus or minus 5%. So your character's speed at the start of battle would be either plus or minus 5% of their actual speed value. So they could end up being much slower or much faster than you had anticipated. They changed it. They got rid of the minus. So it's now either plus 0, so it's going to be true speed, or you're going to get like a 5% speed boost, which is nice to see that they trimmed down the variance in speed. That'll help more teams be more consistent. It'll make things a little bit less random in Arena, which is pretty nice to see. And then they fixed some errors and some things here and there. As always, I'm going to include the update notes in the description down below, so if you want to check it out for yourself and read everything, it's there. But real quick, we got to talk about these costumes. Oh my gosh, Ame, absolutely love this costume. And then Eternal's costume and Valentine's costume are looking absolutely fine too. Like, sheesh. And this one just makes me wish that I had Eternal. And you know, going forward, I would like to see her get a rerun. So maybe next banner, we can get Chainsaw Girl, I can't remember her name, and an Eternal rerun, so I can get this. That would be very, very nice to see. And that's pretty much all the stuff, all the treats that we got this update. You know, just some free goodies, some free login stuff, an event with free stuff, a new character to go for, to try out and play with, and all that good stuff. So I was very hyped for this update, and yeah, I think that, you know, it lived up to my personal hype. But let me know how you guys feel about this update in particular, or the state of the game, whether or not you're still enjoying everything. They are still working to improve the overall experience, so I just ask that you guys be patient as far as new content is concerned, because it's coming. We're getting real-time arena soon. We're getting new bosses for gear soon. But, you know, until then, we just gotta wait it out and be happy with what we got, and, you know, hope that they're doing their best to improve the game, make it stable, and make it enjoyable for everyone. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video. Peace!